Hello there. Thanks for joining me for another scintillating edition of the show Sport Exchange. My name is Jide Olaniran. On today's show, the stories are exciting, and of course, the Nigeria Professional Football League is in focus today as a product. You know, it's sport business that we look at here, and that is what we will be dissecting when we get to the show, the point where we will interview our guest, who is a brand management consultant as well as the CEO of League Bloggers Awards. Those are some of the things you should expect. Offside is something you should also look forward to as far as the show is concerned. We're going on a short break, and when we come back, we'll go to the news segment, and the show is going to be very exciting, like I said.
Fantastically finished.
Welcome back. Straight to the news now. A Friesland Campina Wamco, maker of the Peak Milk brand, has renewed its partnership with the Nigerian Football Federation as official milk of the Super Eagles. Peak has associated with the Super Eagles, which is the biggest brand of the football house for well over 2 decades. The official signing ceremony will hold in Lagos on Friday, 26th March, during the next edition of the Peak Breakfast Roundtable with Nigerian sport editors by the team's gaffer, Kenneth Rowe. World Table Tennis has announced the appointment of Johnny Cowan as its Europe General Manager. In his new role, Cowan will lead the strategic direction in growing table tennis across Europe, a key market for the sport globally. He is also saddled with the responsibilities to generate opportunities for the sport, drive sponsorship, and support media sales. And now to football. Real Madrid manager Zinedine Zidane and the entire squad have been gifted 23 luxury Audis of their choice. The event took place at the parking lot of the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium in the Spanish capital of Madrid. Each player posed next to their new ride for the promotional video released on the club's official website as they celebrated the 17th year of the club and the German auto manufacturer's official brand partnership. And to tennis, for going ahead to organize the 2021 edition of the Australian Open, the tournament director Craig Tiley, a loss that could exceed 78 million US dollars is expected to be incurred due to the COVID-19 pandemic cost. Ticketing revenue was the biggest contribution hit as events got underway in early February with a cap of 30,000 spectators per day, around 50% of the usual number of spectators for the Grand Slam. However, a snap lockdown for the state of Victoria from February 12th meant that the tournament completed 5 days behind closed doors, with more than 100,000 tickets for that period refunded. In total, just over 130,000 people attended the 2021 Australian Open after a record-setting 2020, which saw 821,000 spectators watched the action at Melbourne Park despite the bushfires that were affecting the tournament last year. And good news for football fans, as up to 10,000 fans could be back in stadiums by mid-May as part of the government's plans to move England out of lockdown. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced a 4-part plan to lift the coronavirus lockdown. Outdoor sports, including football, golf, and tennis, will be allowed to resume in England from the 29th of March. The plan to ease lockdown requires 4 tests and vaccines, infection rates, and new coronavirus variants to be met. Leisure centers, gyms, and swimming pools can open from the 12th of April. Venues such as gyms, tennis courts, and golf courses have been closed across England since lockdown was announced on the 4th of January. That's it for the news. Up next is the Dugout segment, and you need to watch out for that.
Fantastically finished.
Okay, welcome back to the show. It's still sports business, and now joining me is the Chief Executive Officer of League Bloggers Awards, Ojekere Aikoje from Lagos. Ojekere, how are you?
I'm very fine, Jide. Thanks for having me.
Ojekere, today we'll be talking about the brand NPFL, but let's just start from something novel that you are the Chief Executive Officer of. That's the League Bloggers Awards. What actually was the motivation for trying to create a League Bloggers Award?
Well, thank you very much, Jide. All over the world, when you're looking at leagues as brands, the players and coaches are the products of the league that you talk about. You move from England, the biggest, to Spain, to Italy. You come to Africa, the PSL, the Egyptian Premier League, the Tunisian Premier League. It's all about the players. And so back in 2009, I and some friends and we looked at it that there was no award for players in the league, and so we put our heads together and came up with the League Bloggers Award. This was way back in 2009. Interested to know that Ahmed Musa was still playing in Nigeria at that time.
And of course, 2009 till date, I know that there are lots of things that would have happened, challenges here and there. But would you say that you guys, the aim for founding this has been achieved?
Oh, certainly. Like I said earlier on, we wanted conversation to be around the players. In Nigeria is a peculiar situation. We always find conversation around the administrator. We wanted to change that, and because all over the world, if you're going to the stadium, for instance, you want to go and watch a player. If Jide is a footballer, then I want to go and watch Jide the goalkeeper, Jide the defender, Jide the striker. Well, Jide scored today. As a goalkeeper, will he save his team from whatever it is that comes towards his goalpost? But you open the papers most time in Nigeria, what you see is administrator A or administrator B talking, and the people don't know the players. We want to celebrate the players, the coaches, and so far we've been happy with what we've done. It was exciting in 2014 because we gave out a card to Uphold. Again, we wanted to change the conversation. You look at the headies and musicians get cards, and we felt, why not footballers? And so we spoke with a sponsor. We're lucky to have 1960 Bet listen to us 2014, and they gave us a car, a brand new car, won by the player of the season. And incidentally, he was also a highest goal scorer that also in 2014, he got a brand new car. So that's what we've been trying to do all along with the coach of the month, player of the month, then player of the season, and all the other awards at the end of time. So far, it's been interesting because we've always ensured that the players and the coaches are talked about, and that's why we go to the stadium to watch. I want to see if Sadiq, the young man at Sunshine Stars, will score. Then if Aqua is playing, I want to see the Freke Epion. If Rangers is playing, I want to see Christian Naji. If Kwara is playing, Dele Ayunuga is back in the league, I want to see Dele. I mean, how good has he turned out out there in Israel? He's coming back. And even if he's coming back to Kwara, you look at the table, Kwara is on top. So has Dele contributed to Kwara, performing better? I want to see if it's the same Dele I know. I'm not surprised. Dele is still doing well. I mean, goalkeepers get better with age. So Dele is, is just doing well for Para United, coordinating the team. So any team I want to see, we're going to watch Eyimba, Noble. We saw John Noble against Rivers United, and of course, we had Chivlos in goal for Rivers United. If Eyimba is playing, I want to see John Noble. With Tosi Omoyele play, and if Tosin play, will he score? That's the thing. That's what everybody wants to see about footballers, and so that's what we want to do. So far, it's so good. I mean, the players. You also look at those who have left the league. At some point in time, players will leave the league. You can't hold them back. Even the French league. You look at England. How a lot of French players are playing there. So players will leave. I always believe that every serious coach will work like a conveyor belt. Player A leaves, get another player, and the cycle continues. Otherwise, we'll pack up the league and there's nothing to do all over the world. When players move, other players are recruited. On screen now is a game at the Open Air Stadium. When the Freke F. Young used to play for Abia Warriors, today he has moved to Akwa United. Once upon a time, they had Chisom Chikatara for the same club. He has moved. So when a player moves, there's the opportunity for the coach to bring in another player. And the second continues like that. So all we want to do is celebrate the players, celebrate the coaches, turn the players into personal brands. I mean, players can become personal brands even before they move abroad. Any serious player, any ambitious player should be a personal brand in the NPFL.
Coincidentally, thank you very much. You are also a brand management consultant, and I was going to come to the clubs, in the PFL now, seeing what they offer as a product. How do they woo fans or engage their fans? Because it's critical to the growth of the league.
That's a serious problem, I must say. Engagement is poor, to be sincere. You look at the way because your level of engagement should be able to attract fans to you online. And from that's the easiest way for you to get the fans. Look at music. Then from there, you get fans who want to come to watch you at the stadium. Well, for now, no thanks to COVID-19, fans can't come to the stadium. But then, when you engage properly online, then you'll be able to get fans. Content can also be brought online and for fans to see. And now clubs have to be creative and innovative. This is the time for them to be innovative. There are no fans at the stadium, so what you have to do is to be innovative, or on social media to get the fans, to attract the fans, engaging content. But a lot of our clubs, most of them don't know what is engaging. A few days ago, a few weeks back, Plateau United were supposed to play Aston in Jos. And what did they put out on social media? 2 years ago, they had a fracas in Owerri. Their bus was destroyed. And Plateau United put the picture of that bus on their social media. That's crazy. I mean, that's inciting violence, trying to cause. They should have been fined for that. I don't know if they were fined. That's not the kind of content you want to put online. But you see, a social work club don't know what to put online, what is engaging enough, get into this kind of problem. And so our clubs paint their bus. You put the picture on social media and you say, Plateau United recently that their fans branded bus. That's absurd to me. That's not the kind of content anyone wants to see online. So the problem is clubs lack engaging content. They don't know what to put online. They put the wrong content. Kano Pillars put the picture of their media officer a few days ago online. I was wondering, has it been signed as a player? Why do I have to see the picture of social media of the media officer, on your Twitter handle? That's a business there. You put the players. People players are content. Your players, your coach. That's what people want to see. How many goals have they scored? How are they playing? Video content, video of your player. That is what people want to see. Not the picture of the chairman or the picture of the media officer.
Okay. Now, you just mentioned again, not the picture of the chairman or the picture of the media officer. Just recently, there was this, on social media, there was this picture of a club chairman putting on the jersey of a foreign club while he was in a gym. And that was a zero for me. And how do we manage this absurdity from happening?
Well, the problem is when 2021, you're looking at a situation where we get the next Generation Z, to understand what the league is all about. And like I said, the picture of the chairman, his picture had no business being on club social handle. They don't understand because they just feel that I'm doing something, my picture should be there. No, it's about, I mean, they should know that social media content is about players and coaches, not about the chairman. Why do I want to say chairman? Has he scored a goal? Has he saved the penalty? Has he saved the team on the pitch? I don't want to see the chairman. Right, but part of the problem is that some of these chairmen don't understand. And with a program like yours, we keep saying this for, reorientation, and get them to understand that it's not about them. Again, wearing the picture of the foreign club, I still don't know how to describe that. When you don't just understand it at all. Let's take it this way. Clubs, I think Nigerian clubs must have brand managers. You know, a brand manager will be able to help. Again, I pray the whom get to that stage, the club chairman understand what they're saying, because sometimes they have their own mentality. They don't understand what the person is saying. So if you can't engage someone, engage a consultant, you know, and that way you get to understand that what you should do is be putting out images of the club. Even if, let's take it that he wants to go to the gym, no problem. But why not go in something that will show your club? He has no business there anyway, but if you want to go, but let's even put it this way, he has no business at all. Why not show me the players at the team? And I want to see the players at the team. I mean, that club has a player called Chinedu Ohanachom. I want to see Chinedu Ohanachom, his first goal. I want to see him at the gym. How he's preparing for a match. And not the club chairman. Because he has no role to play. He's not a player. He's not a coach. So why do I have to see him on social media? At any rate, if you want, you should use the club, the right uniform. It is the club's, people want people wherever it is, people outside want to see with the kind of, attire or apparel that particular club will have. Show them that. And because when you look at these foreign teams, first of all, you won't see their chairman, did they? Because they understand that it's not about them. It's about the players. And even when you see them properly at club function, you see them dressed properly. We keep talking about this in the MPFL, hoping that our clubs, chairman, understand that fans have no business in their faces. They want to see the faces of players. There must be this emotional connection between club, fans and club. And what will help the club? The player. So fans want to see the player. Even if I'm not going to the stadium, I want to know who scored for my team. Did Tosin score for Eimba? Yes. Let me see Tosin. How he scored the goal. And that's it. Not the club chairman.
All right, Ojekere, I must say thank you to you, and hopefully we can, by the time the things normalize, we hope that we can see more of the league bloggers maybe move from even offline to online these days by looking at those contents and appreciating the clubs that are doing it better.
Yeah, sure. We just named the winners for January. Stanley Eguma, Rivers United Coach of the Month for January. Then Sadiq, the young player, Sunshine Stars, Player of the Month. Their club will soon be presented to them while we are looking at them. Matches were played will soon be concluded in February. And so we're looking at the winners, nominees first in February, and then the winners.
Thank you very much once again, Ojex, for obliging us to be our guest today. We really appreciate your insights.
Thanks.
All right, that was the Chief Executive Officer of the League Bloggers Awards, Ojekere Aikoje, talking to us about the brand, Nigerian Professional Football League. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, it will be time for the offside. Don't go away yet. Welcome back. Yes, it's still Sport Exchange, and don't forget you can join us on our social media handles. Yeah, on Sport Exchange 24 Facebook, Sport Exchange 24 for Sport Exchange 24 on Twitter, and don't forget also TV360 Nigeria is also where the channel is for those who want to watch a repeat of this program. Okay, before we go, our offside segment. Our offside segment today is about a Nigeria Professional Football Club League club chairman who ought to be a brand ambassador of his club, but for him, charity begins abroad. Isaac Danladi was caught on camera in a gym adorning the jersey of Manchester City, an English Premier League side. The question is, how does a brazen disloyalty to a brand in your custody grow and positively affect the domestic football ecosystem with this kind of untoward attitude? We keep complaining that Nigeria football growth is stunted. Yes, it won't grow if we entrust it to poor brand managers. Yes, it won't grow if we entrust it to poor brand managers. And that is where the cookie crumbles as far as the show is concerned today. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter, Sport Exchange 24. And on Facebook, you can like our page, Sport Exchange 24. Until I come your way next time, football is big business. Let's keep doing that business.